guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name's Jess and I am a full-time eBay reseller and I am a stay-at-home mum with my baby girl. So reselling has meant that I can supplement my income enough that I don't have to return to work and I can stay home with my baby and not have to pop her in daycare, which is fantastic. So I would love for you to subscribe below if you haven't been here before. I share a lot of videos about how I've built my own business, how I'm still building it, and how other people can do the same thing that I'm doing, but of course in their own ways. If you are returning, thank you so much for coming back. This is still a very new platform for me, so I do appreciate that you've taken the time to have another look, that I didn't put you off with the last video. So I have a really limited amount of time to source because I do have a baby, and when I am out, she has to come with me, and we are on a really strict time schedule for her. I can be out at the op shop for hours, but of course Bub has to eat and Bub has to sleep. So I am really picky about what I'm choosing now, because anything that isn't selling for an average sale price of $30 or more really just isn't worth my time at the moment. So I've been really strict about doing my research before I go outsourcing, and I thought today I would share with you the 5 places that I invest my time to research before I go outsourcing, and it isn't going to take you a whole heap of time either. It's something that you can do quite quickly, get a bit of an idea in the 5 minutes before you head out, and you too can probably up your game when it comes to what you're sourcing and how you can get a higher price for your items.
I have really limited time when I'm outsourcing since I've always got the baby with me, and because she's still so little, we can only be out for a couple of hours at a time at the most. So sourcing all day and looking through every single rack in the store just isn't an option. So I like to go focused on particular types of items that I'm going to be looking for. So obviously the seasonal changes, I'll be looking for the next season's stuff. So at the moment I'm sourcing for dresses, tops, skirts, all of those really pretty spring items that are going to be coming through. And before I go, I like to research on the eBay website, because it seems to be easier than the phone for me, to see what is actually selling. So I'll always go through and have a look at recent solds, not what people are listing things for, because that is a whole other ball game. We all know about the lowball offers that come in. So seeing what's actually sold and what's been completed on the eBay comps means that I can see what the market value is for these items that I'm picking up in the eBay store. So if I narrow it down to women's clothing, you can see that a lot of the bulk stuff from China comes up new with tags. I'm going to narrow it down again to dresses just for the purpose of this. You can see the green highlighted figure there is sold listing, so I picked that before in the advanced search. But if I type in the price section, the minimum sold price means I'm only going to see what brands and styles have sold for more than $30. So I want to keep that average sale price up. So I can see brands here. I can see sizes are always really good to look at. Colors, styles. So Marimekko always have really beautiful prints. I've never found one yet, but I'm hoping to. That's a really good price for a Gorman dress. Really cheap, actually. Someone scored a bargain. Something cheap in bulk from China. But having a look through, I can already see that there are particular styles that are selling really well, but I want to narrow it down to pre-owned to get rid of those other little extras. So now I can see things like Spell, Reformation styles are always really pretty. Lots of boho, florals, festival wears, really popular. You can see the same sort of brands popping up. There's another Marimekko dress there. Looking at again, those styles, colours, patterns that are selling for more than that average sale price of $30. So I can at least find, if not those brands, because some of them are absolute unicorn finds, but I can look for those types of prints, fabrics, styles, and know that what I'm picking up is on trend at the moment. Websites like The Iconic and ASOS that we're going to look at in a second are always something that I check out, especially when the seasons are turning. So if I'm starting to look for pieces for the next season, these sorts of websites are great to check out because they have people who are paid to source these new trends. They're the ones who are looking into what people are interested in. The Iconic in particular is really good if you want to get more familiar with some higher end brands or brands that are going to sell for a little bit more. They're not quite designer, but they are popular brands that people are searching for. So if you've got some time, hop on and have a look at the type of brands that they're selling. But it's a really great website to look at what is predicted to be that next trend. So if you look at Discovering Designer in this, they're already predicting that the next winter trend, or this particular winter trend, is oversized jackets, feminine dresses, and leather boots. So there are 3 things that you know that you can go looking for that will be popular and that will sell in your eBay store. ASOS is another really great website for this. Their style is a little bit different to the Iconic. It's a different market again, but they too have people that are paid to look for these trends and to buy these items. So someone's already done the work for you. So if you're looking at what they're selling, what's up and coming, it's another way for you to see not exactly the brands that you could be looking for, but the styles. Here we've got Modern Prairie. You know that those particular styles are things that you should be picking up and popping in your store.
So the third place that I will look at what is trending is actually buy and sell groups on Facebook for specific brands. I love to sell a lot of Country Road and Witchery and Seed Heritage. They move so fast for me and their styles are so beautiful. The quality of the fabric that they use is just stunning. So I'm always interested to see what other people are selling, because a lot of the things that are sold in these buy and sell groups are relatively new season. And I'm also looking at the prices that people are paying for them. So if they can get a jacket on Facebook for $50 and I'm selling it on eBay for $30, I'm missing out, because there are people who are there specifically to buy these items, which means that there are people who are specifically searching for them on eBay as well. So looking at, like I said, what people are selling, how much they're selling them for, and how quickly people are snapping them up is a brilliant example of what I should be looking for, not just for those particular brands, but styles, because they are really popular at the time.
Pinterest is really underrated when it comes to searching for things. So many people now use it just like Google, and they're typing in queries, questions, and taking inspiration from it, especially because we're such a visual society now with things like social media so readily available and great cameras on our phone. So I've just typed in 2019 fashion into Pinterest, and I can see already styles that are mimicking what I've already looked at on the Iconic and ASOS as well. So really simple, beautiful colors. There are florals in there, blazers, high waists, chunky jumpers. They're always in, always really fun. But I can see here that I'm on the right track because I know I'm seeing the same styles pop up. So when I'm grabbing these sorts of things, bearing in mind what I'm finding on here, and remember that these are pins that other people have saved, which is their popularity. Pinterest is a popularity contest. The more people pin something, the more it's going to show up. But you can narrow it down into spring and summer, trends that are coming up, street style. Have a play around with Pinterest as well to see what you can find.
And of course, the other place that I don't think we all pay enough attention to is our own solds. We know that things have sold for good money before. We also know the things that don't sell as well as we thought they would. So take the time to go back through your solds and have a look at what you've had sell in the past month, in the past 6 months, and see, kind of refresh your mind about those things that you picked up thinking would be amazing, and maybe what didn't sell as fast as you thought they would. I did say there were going to be 5, but I've got 2 bonuses for you. The first one is check out particular lookbooks for brands that you love to sell.
I love selling Country Road, so I will often have a look at their website to see what their lookbook is for the season. And while I don't expect to find the exact pieces in the op shops, I do know what I'm looking for in terms of the style that they're trying to put across for the next coming season. So having a look at things like colors, styles, those sorts of things. Again, it's all very repetitive, but they're rocking the 90s style with the pantsuit there. Having a look at women, for example, green is obviously a really popular color. Midi skirts, jackets, they always do really beautiful florals, and their prints are fairly understated. Two pieces. This is all really great info. Again, I've got that in my pocket so that I can take it out when I'm looking for the bits and pieces that are going to sell in the store.
And the last bonus I have for you is have a look at what other YouTubers and other resellers are selling. A lot of people would do videos on what sold, they might post about them on Instagram, and see what is selling for other people and what sort of prices are they getting for things. Not to be competitive, but purely to see what people are in the market to buy. Well, that's it, guys. They are the places that I will go to do my research before I go sourcing for items to list in my eBay store. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up below, leave me a comment, tell me how you are looking at what you are sourcing and how do you make those decisions when you're out, because the tips that you have may help out someone else, so leave them below so they can have a read. Thank you so much. Remember to check back, subscribe if you haven't, and I will have another video for you next week.